This is teaching for women. If you're in Jerusalem, you need to flee. Hosea chapter 8 is happening right now because you've made many altars to sin. I'm going to read some of Hosea 8, but you need to flee Jerusalem. He is about to destroy it. And many of us have been warning you, and you're not listening. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. You've forsaken his holy covenants. You've made many altars to sin, polluting the land, including pagan traditions. Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee. Israel has cast off the things that is good, Jehovah's holy covenant, his 10 commandments. The enemy shall pursue him. They have set up kings, but not by me. They have made princes, and I knew it not. For their silver and their gold have they made them idols, that they may be cut off. All throughout the Bible, when they were going into the land, they had to destroy everything and cleanse the land of all the pagan idolatry. God does not change. He does not change. Malachi 3 tells you he doesn't change for a reason. The northern kingdom was scattered to the 4 corners of the world for doing pagan witchcraft traditions. Easter, Christmas, worshiping him with their hands. He's commanded us to worship him in spirit and truth, not with our hands. Thy calf, O Samaria, hath cast thee off. My anger is kindled against them. How long will it be ere they attain to innocency? You are far from innocence. For from Israel was it also, the workman made it. Therefore it is not God. But the calf of Samaria shall be broken in pieces. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. It has no stalk, the bud shall yield no meal. If so be it yield, the stranger shall swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up, now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure, for they are gone up to Syria, and willed ass alone by himself. Ephraim hath hired lovers. Because America has pushed the pagan holidays to the 4 corners of the world, and you've embraced it. You've embraced it. Yes, they have hired among the nations. Now will I gather them, and they shall sorrow a little for the burden of the king of princes. Because Ephraim has made many altars to sin, altars shall be unto him to sin. America's gonna, after Jerusalem falls, America is gonna fall too. It made an example to the whole world. But you need to flee Jerusalem. You need to flee it before utter destruction happens. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of my offerings and eat it, but the Lord accepteth them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt, and he's going to come as a thief in the night to you if you do not repent, turn away from your sin, keep his commandments. And the destruction of Jerusalem is about to happen. For Israel has forgotten his maker, and and buildeth temples, and Judah has multiplied fenced cities, but I will send a fire upon his cities. Your fires that are happening right now, because you just profaned his Passover in a polluted land, and it shall devour the places thereof. This is another warning for the people of Jerusalem to flee. When you find yourself surrounded, you need to flee. You need to read Jeremiah 4 through 9. Jerusalem will fall, and not one stone will be on top of another. So take warning and flee. Repent and turn back to Jehovah. Deuteronomy 4:30. When you find yourself in tribulation, turn back to Jehovah's voice. He gave his 10 commandments with his voice, and he added no more. We're not to do the pagan holidays, and we're not to do the feasts in a profane land. He hasn't restored everything. We're in the time of lamentations, mourning, and woe. We're supposed to be finding his people, the lost sheep, rebuking sin, so people will turn away from it, repent, and come back to Jehovah. This is why tribulation's happening. Because he has to cleanse the land, and he's not going to let any sinners into his kingdom. He's looking for those that have that humble and contrite heart that want to obey and that will obey him. For obedience is belief. Disobedience makes you the child of the devil. And he doesn't allow sinners into his kingdom. I've seen videos that they're preparing a red heifer. Yeshua ended sacrifice. He established the covenant with many for 1 week before he ended sacrifice. He ended sacrificial law. His last words was, "It is finished," before he bowed his head and gave up the ghost, quoting Deuteronomy 31. The only law that was added to the covenant was the 600 and some sacrificial laws until it was finished, until that seed should come which the promise was made. The 2 covenants in Hebrews 4, the one with promise, the covenant that Yeshua refreshed, his father's holy covenant at Horeb, and the covenant of the bondwoman, Agar, Mount Sinai, that you shouldn't touch for you'll die. Quickly write the check for half. Keep the 10 commandments, eat clean. Fulfill the royal law, James chapter 2, verse 8. Blow the trumpet. Enter into the role of the watchman. Ezekiel 2, 3, and 33. We are all called to watch. Those that he wakes up will see this. That we're all called to watch and to enter into the work of the prophets. To blow the trumpet, warn. Warn of the tribulation. Find the lost sheep so they can be grafted in. This is what you should be doing. But you need to, if you're in Jerusalem, you need to flee. And you need to tell and warn your family to flee as well.